Happy full moon, everybody. So I was going to discontinue these readings in video form anyway, but I'm doing them regardless in my personal life, and I thought, well, maybe I'll keep it going on my YouTube channel here. Especially because the energy of this full moon feels very powerful to me, and I'm feeling really excited about this reading, and I can't possibly keep this to myself. So here I am to share it with you. It's another full moon in Libra, blue moon. A lot has to do with relationships right now. Finding our authentic expression in relationship. Breaking free from self-created cages. Taking off the chains that we put on ourselves. Finding balance in our lives. Doing whatever we must do to achieve that balance. So, whatever excitement you're feeling right now in your life, specifically excitement, I want you to focus on that and feel it. Just feel the excitement. You don't have to attach words or thoughts. Everything else, let it go. So we're going to empty our vessel of extraneous thoughts, worries, or even hopes and dreams, but just feel the excitement. Feel good as we create the space for the answers to our questions to come in. So, faces of the one, archetypes, what is the wisdom that you have for us right now in regards to our relationships, our current shifting? What have we learned this month, this cycle, and where are we headed? Take a moment, breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. Two pages so far. The Six of Wands, a Queen, whoop, and the Seven of Pentacles. Alright, so we have Pentacles in the center and below. We have Wands at the sides. And then we have Swords at the top, the Queen of Swords. So it looks like this. Alright, now I will explain what we have going on here. We're coming out of the past of the Page of Wands, the Earth of Fire, a messenger of spirit. We received, and this is for the individual and the collective, of course, we received a message spiritually from the higher self, angels, God, source, whatever you want to call it. We have been feeling a passion to begin anew with some kind of a project or relationship or situation that involves our spiritual growth. So we received the message, Now, where are we at now as far as that message? The Page of Pentacles. Right now, we are very much focused on the earth of earth, really creating a new beginning in this physical reality based on that message we recently received, based on that passionate message that we received, something that really lit us up and inspired us. Now, we are ready to make something of it. So we're really beginning to think about what that looks like. We're just beginning. We're at the page stage. So we're thinking about all the ways that we can manifest something of this message of spirit that we have just recently received. And maybe we're starting to see opportunities arise to be able to manifest whatever that was that we were wanting to manifest, something creative within ourselves or something new, something totally different. Something inspiring. Maybe we're receiving now those opportunities to create that. And before we choose which opportunities we want to take, before we really create that blueprint for that project, we have to consider the future, what we're stepping into, which is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about victory, and it's fire, it's spirit. So, coming from the past, Wands, the Page of Wands, to the Six of Wands, we see that if we wish to be victorious in the manifestation of whatever that message from Spirit was, we have to make sure that it has its roots in purity, and that what we're doing is for the highest good of the one. Because if our project or what we're doing doesn't have its roots in purity, if it is not rooted in something that is virtuous, doesn't have virtuous roots, then it will not be sustainable. We will run into problems in reflection of the impurities that were present when we created that blueprint or when we thought up that vision or design for that which we want to manifest. It's really important to remember that true victory is only gained and manifested when that which we are seeking to manifest is aligned with the highest good of the one. Then we will have all the power behind us to manifest whatever it is we are wanting in a way that is truly sustainable and truly victorious. So remember, whatever you're creating right now, whatever we are wanting to manifest that is new for us on this physical plane, great, do that. It is your soul's calling. Just make sure that whatever it is you're seeking to create and manifest, that it's going to be something that is for the good of the one, not just for yourself. Make sure there are no vices that are being embodied by yourself. Make sure you're not operating through those vices to obtain that which you are wanting to obtain. It will not be yours for long, if so. Either because you didn't act right, and so you will, maybe create, you'll manifest having enemies or opponents, somebody who's resisting your plan and making it harder for you, or perhaps the thing you're after is actually very superficial, and so it's impermanent anyhow. But it's really important to ask, what is it really that I want? What is this doing for me if I manifest this? What is it doing for my spirit, for my soul? Not just for this physical plane, but what is it doing for my soul? And what lies at the bottom of this reading here is the Seven of Pentacles. This is the card that the question rests upon. The Seven of Pentacles is all about trusting in divine time, trusting in divine order, trusting that you do reap what you sow. And so whatever work we do right now, Pentacles, whatever work we do right now, whatever work we put in toward manifesting that vision of victory in our mind's eye and in our hearts, it's going to produce the fruits. We have to know that we get what we give. And so we can either be frustrated and impatient with our process, or we can rest in the knowing that all is unfolding in divine time, and that whatever we give will come back to us by law of nature. And then at the very top, we have the Queen of Swords. She is the card of independence. She is emotional independence. She was here actually in the last reading that I did. So that was the first quarter moon if you want to check it out. She is at the very top, so this means we're stepping into this now, the Queen of Swords. And to me, what I see based on the last reading and into this one is that we are acing this Queen of Swords archetypal wisdom, the embodiment of it. We are truly becoming emotionally independent beings, or at least the opportunity is there. So if you do the work, this is absolutely possible to achieve. She was the challenge when I did the first quarter reading. So that tells me that we are passing through the challenge now into the other side. So we're going to be embodying this energy one way or another. And depending upon the work we have most recently done, it will determine how we are embodying this emotional independence. If we're doing it in a way that's healthy or not, in a way that's balanced or not. But either way, we're stepping into her arena, the Queen of Swords. How can we embody our emotional independence in all situations and with all relationships? How can we speak our truth, stand by our truth, cut the cords of those things that are not for us any longer? That's what we're stepping into. Why are we doing this? I feel called to pull another card right now. And it was a major arcana. So why are we doing this? Emotional independence. Check it out. Sword and sword. Sword of truth. We're doing it so that we can get to right balance. If we are emotionally dependent on each other, we lose ourselves in the mix. Sometimes we forget who we are, what our visions are, our dreams. We start to have foggy vision. That clarity of vision disappears. It gets foggy. We get cut off from our intuition, or it just gets too noisy and we can't decipher what is true from what is not for ourselves, what our truth is. And so in all that mess, we have to work toward that emotional independence so that ultimately we achieve justice, balance, order, true order, the way it should be. Each individual, a whole being in itself, ready to come together in a way that's more effective, more efficient for the highest good of the one. A harmonious synergy rather than that chaotic dependence. So all this work we're doing for emotional dependence and moving toward emotional independence right now is going to help us get to a true state of justice, balance, order in all of our relationships and in life, because life is all about relationships. Everything in life is based on relationship. Each little particle of light within has an active and receptive force. There are many relationships happening and being cultivated within ourselves, within the body. And then how about in our outside world, the relationships we have with family, with friends, with lovers, with our environment, with nature, with technology, with the earth, with the cosmos. Everything is relationship. So to get to that right balance, we must become emotionally independent in a way that we are in tune with our own hearts. We know what our heart's truth is, and when we go out into the world and relate to and with others, that truth of our heart is the clearest and loudest message above all of the noise. So to sum up the reading, right now it's a time to be patient, to trust that all the work that we've done and that we're doing is going to pay off. Of course, what do you expect? You must expect the miracle to happen. You must expect the result, the desired result, to be manifested. Otherwise, you're doing this for nothing, right? So it rests upon this patience right now and this trust that we will reap what we sow. We're coming out of a time where we just received a message loud and clear from our spirit saying, this is what I want to make my heart happy. This is a vision or a feeling that I had that I know I need to manifest more of in my life, right? So we got that inspiration, that spiritual inspiration, and now we are ready to manifest it on this physical plane, but we're not quite sure how yet. And so to guide us to a clear vision of what it is we're wishing to manifest and how to manifest it, we have the Six of Wands reminding us to really check that, what that is that we're trying to manifest, and how worth it is it? And how sustainable are the results going to be? What is it all truly for? Will you feel truly victorious when you achieve that, when you receive that? And ultimately, this is all so we can get in tune with our heart's voice, the truth of our own heart, learning about emotional independence. So this process of manifesting this new spiritual inspiration onto the physical plane is all having to do with cultivating emotional independence, finding our heart's truth and acting on it, speaking on it, standing by it, so that independently we may become interdependent and synergistic in divine order. Right? Balance. Whew. I'm going to meditate on this for a minute. Happy full moon, everybody. Enjoy it. Oh, one more thing. Relationships. Seven of Cups. Cups is water. And that's so appropriate because we hadn't pulled the Cups card yet for this reading, but we did have the 3 other suits plus a major arcana. So this was literally the last element we were missing here, Cups. And so, Cups being the heart, being a water, being emotions, and the 7, this is about meditation and illusion. There are many different ways that our relationships can go right now. We ultimately choose our reality, and we can shape it by observing our thoughts, the feelings that we carry, the visions that we hold. And oftentimes, things can be enticing. Relationships or situations can call to us and we feel excited about it, but ultimately what they're offering us is not very deep, doesn't go far beneath the surface. So it could look very shiny and pretty on the outside, but ultimately it's not the best decision to make. So regarding relationships, right now the message is really meditate on those relationships you're giving your energy to the most, and ask yourself, is this an illusion? Are you living in a fantasy world? Or are you making the right decisions? First of all, know that you have the ability always to get in touch with the voice of your heart, and it will guide you in the right direction, no matter what it appears to be on the surface. Trust your heart. It knows the way. It knows what's true. Don't be fooled by shiny things. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Happy full moon.